No, I'll go get hay tomorrow. I know it stopped raining, but I'll go get the hay tomorrow. It's not a problem. I thought, oh, hi. Joe here from Wild Horse Products, and we all got to do the hay thing. It's time for us to do the hay thing. So tomorrow's going to be a busy day bucking hay. But today we're going to have our third episode of Letters from the Herd, and this is our brand new segment. So I put 1 and 2 linked down below if you haven't seen them yet, and some product suggestions for allergies. It's that time of year. So, okay, this is a letter from, actually forgot who. I should write these things down. Brain doesn't work like it used to. Okay, so I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about the allergy supplement that I'm currently using. Teddy, my Percheron, was on this product and it worked well for our previous conversations. I did take him off it during the winter months, which worked okay, but I did notice a few weeks ago that he started the annoying biting, scratching between his front legs, um, and rubbing his ears. Yeah. But not yet belly rubbing. Okay, so that there's a plus. Okay, I took that as a sign that I'd better get him back on this support. And in just a few short days, if that long, he stopped rubbing, scratching, biting between his front legs. Yay! I noticed the same time last year, my quarter horse Red had a few raw spots on the inside of his front leg, chest area, and he was scratching it with his teeth. Ouch. And he's always rubbed on the top of his tail, and that's a common one. And it came to me that from his previous owner, I mean, tail rub, so he came with that. Okay. Last year, I kept applying a homemade cream that I call Belly Balm that helped Teddy, and it did seem to ease his discomfort. That's a good thing, yes. But they persist in rubbing. Having the experience with the allergy supplement, I decided to give it to Red also. He doesn't deserve to have that discomfort. No, he doesn't. And he too seemed to respond to the supplement almost immediately. Allergy becomes one of our newest mixes. I have to give him a bath now that it's a bit warmer and brush his tail. And it's hard to tell if he's rubbing. I'm pretty sure he's not. And I know he's not scratching, biting the inside of his front legs. Very good to hear. I do want to ask, do you have anything for gnats? We're in Southern California on 10 acres that are now very green and damp from the rains we've had. Well, at least you've got rain. We always get rain, so it's not a thing for us. You can have our rain. We get too much. I put fly mask on for the ears, and that helps our comfort level. Wondered if those darn things that attack me from time to time. Yeah, they're opportunistic. We have fly season coming up too. Last year I tried the fly predators, and I'm sure they helped. Orbico Organics. You can get them from there. But the way we're set up, I don't think I got the full benefit they would afford. All manure goes to the dumpster that is emptied once a week. I have found a decent fly spray known as Bug Armor. I haven't tried that one. Have you? Does it work? Even though it's mostly chemical free, I know plants have chemicals. Yeah, I still use it sparingly. Looking good ahead of the bug and allergy season, wondered if you had any products or suggestions to guide me in the comfort of animals in the grounds. Yeah, I'm a horse person, so I've tried it all. So we have a big, dump pile like most barns do, and chickens. Chickens are a great way to help keep down flies. But if you can't have chickens, there's Orbico Organics. They have pest strips and they have the fly predators, and they have lots of goodies that can help you out. It can be hard when you have a lot of acreage to make that effective. So keeping your profiles, of course, turned a lot is very helpful. You want to keep them hot so that the flies can't reproduce. And as far as the gnats go, I noticed that a lot of the gnats were attracted to yellow jacket water traps. And of course, there's water traps for flies. You have to keep them watered. A lot of people let them go dry and then they don't work, because what happens when they go dry is the flies will lay eggs in the other dead bodies, which is gross. But they do. And then you have baby flies, and the baby flies can escape. So you have to keep the water in them. check them weekly. Um, and then the yellow jacket traps, make sure that they are, far enough away from people and animals so that you're not getting harassed by the yellow jackets. But I did notice that the gnats were attracted to those, not in huge scale, but enough that it's helping. There's also the yellow sticky traps, and Orbeco has the big sheets. And if you're going to have those, I would suggest making a wire cage and putting them inside of a wire cage so that the bugs can get through, but the animals can't, because when they get stuck on stuff, it's a pain. It's a pain to get off. It's a pain to clean up. And so to avoid that, find some kind of wire cage that you can put them in. You can make them out of chicken wire if you want. It'll also keep the birds from sticking in them, butterflies, things like that, if you go smaller wire. Um, let's see, as far as the allergy is concerned, of course, the midges, when they bite, the bite has things that break down proteins, and it raises histamine levels, and that's when you get itchy. And so our Allergy Become flushes histamines out of the body. That's what its main job is. It's not going to stop the bugs from biting or it making a sore, but it will stop the itching. So, of course, it's not any one thing that you do. You kind of got to do a little bit of everything. So you've got to, number one, my biggest top thing is keeping your horses detoxed, because toxic bodies attract pests. So that's going to be true of external bugs and the internal bugs. And life is full of toxins. So detoxing with cootie kicker and having a healthier diet and avoiding chemicals, all of it adds in. And if you keep that body healthier and the immune system up and keep the toxins flushed out, less bugs are going to be attracted to your animals. So having your horses have a lot of midge bites, number one, says they do need a good detox. And then following up after that, if they're still having problems, because lots of bugs in the horse world, um, then the Allergy Become will help lower the histamine levels so they're not itching and scratching so much. And of course, when you have the tail being scratched, you want to also rule out internal parasites, especially pinworms. And you can send your poo samples to Horseman's Lab. And they're a great bunch of people, and it's not very expensive. It's cheaper than calling out the vet. And then you can do regular poo sampling and keep track of it. So, side note on that, when you have a horse that is coming new into having a better diet, herbs in the diet, being detoxed and all of that, you might have a high parasite count internally, and you might want to reach for a chemical dewormer to take care of that. Please don't do that. It tears up the digestive tract. It adds chemicals in the body. It is a neurotoxin. So even though it can be effective for getting rid of the parasites in the short term, um, unless the animal is extremely overburdened with parasites, you don't want to use a chemical dewormer. What parasites mean to me, especially high, is that the body's unhealthy. So to me, it's a barometer. And that's how I look at it. I don't look at it as I have to get rid of those parasites. They have to have zero count. They're just telling you that the body's unhealthy. As you work the diet and incorporating healthy supplements and getting away from chemicals, that parasite count goes down by itself. And hopefully you eventually reach zero. But unfortunately, you might have a chronically sick horse or an elder horse, and you might never see zero counts. So if you are seeing low counts, you're still going to be fine. We've been taught to panic over parasites in the poo, and it's part of nature. It's just a barometer. So take a deep breath and reach for some cootie kicker, and you can use herbal dewormers to help flush them out. But it's nothing to panic over. You just want to keep it under control, because that's our job as the owners, right? We gotta keep things under control. So try that and do poo sampling regularly. Keep an eye on the counts. If they're not going down, And then you find out what's going on. It's not because there's more parasites in your area. It's because the body is saying there's something wrong. And we got to find that issue and address it, and you'll end up having a healthier horse for it. Thank you for coming to my third episode of Letters from the Herd. I hope to see you again. Drop a comment down below if you want to ask me a question to add to my Letters from the Herd. Feel free to DM me and I'll put it in my lineup. Have a great day. Have a great ride. Bye.